Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to cut this beautiful bustier corset blouse. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video, like, share and subscribe. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. So the first thing is to take our vertical measurement. So from the top of the paper, here is our starting line and our shoulder line. So I'm going to come down to mark my bust point. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark that and I'll go ahead and extend the line across this way. Then from the top of the paper again, I'm going to come down to mark my under bust point. From my shoulder to my under bust point is 12 inches. I'm going to mark that all the way to have a straight line across. And I'll go ahead and rule the line across as well. Then from the top of the paper again, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16.5 inches. You know, from your shoulder to your waist in front and back is not the same because of the bust we have in front. So make sure to take your measurement appropriately. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16.5 inches, while the back is 15 inches. So I'm going to mark that all the way and I'll go ahead and extend the line across. So I'm going to come down to mark the length of the blouse. So I'm going to mark 21 inches as the length of this blouse. I'm going to mark that all the way to have a straight line. It depends on how long or short you want yours to be. It can be more than 21, it can be less than 21. It depends on the look you are going for. So I'll go ahead and extend this line across. So if you look at the thumbnail, we have like a basque in front. So I'm going to come down by 3.5 inches for the basque. It depends on how long you want your basque to be. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm doing 3.5 inches as a basque. So I'm going to use the remaining space for the basque, okay? And I'll label my lines appropriately. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. I'm going to mark it right here. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches, though we'll not be needing this neck, but for the sake of beginners in the house, we are going to draft a full basic body so that they will understand what we are doing. All right, I'm going to come down by 3 inches to mark as my neck depth, and I'll connect the 2 points together with my curve rule this way. The next thing is to mark our chest line, and to get your chest line, you're going to divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches, and that gives me 7. I'll go ahead and extend this point across, and this line become my chest line. On my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here to have a straight line, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. I'm going to come to this line here, divide what I have here into 2 to get the midpoint. The midpoint of 7 is 3.5. At the midpoint, I'm going to go in by half an inch. And I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. And I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope all the way to this point to form my armhole. So the next thing is to mark our dart. To mark our dart, I'm going to divide my nipple to nipple measurement by 2. That is your bust span divided by 2. I'm going to mark it on all the lines. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'll chalk it on all the lines and then connect them with a straight line. I'm going to come to the under bust line. I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides of this line. If you're a plus size person, you can mark 1 inch on both sides. I also mark the same thing on the waistline all the way to the full length. Half an inch on both sides of the straight line. I also mark it on the basque line, half an inch on both sides of the line, and I will use a straight line to connect the points together this way. If you are a plus size, please use 1 inch on both sides. Then from the bust line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. I'll use my curve rule to just connect from the under bust to that point like so, and I'll do the same thing on this other side. So the next thing is to determine where you want your blouse to start from, where you want your neck to start from. So I'm going to come up from the chest line by 1 inch. You can do 1.5 inch, you can do 2 inch. If you want it high, you can do up to 2.5 inches. All right, and I'm going to rule the line across this way. So I'm going to this is going to be our new chest line, and I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2 here on this line as well, and extend this line to meet that point this way. So we are going to tighten up our over bust here. I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides of this line. This is very necessary so that it doesn't gape, and I will connect it back into the initial line this way. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'm going to come to the under bust, divide my under bust by 4. I'm going to mark it right here. The 1 inch we took here for that, I'm going to replace it. I'm going to come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. I'm going to mark it right on the waistline. The 1 inch for that, I will also replace it. I'll come to the blouse length. I'm going to mark my hip divided by 4. Mark it right here. The 1 inch for that here, I'm going to replace it on the hip line as well. And I'll go ahead and shape my pattern paper. So to give our corset a little bit of curve, I'm going to come off from here by 1.5 inches. I'm going to come up here by 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to use my curve rule to just connect it back into the original line this way. So the next thing is to create our basque. From this side here, you can use your straight ruler to create this basque, or you can use your curve rule if you don't want it too sharp. All right, so I'm going to use my curve rule to just connect from here all the way to the end of the paper here like this. So you can see that we have our basque here. Like I said earlier, if you want your basque to be longer than this, make sure to increase the length of the basque. All right, increase the length. So this is a corset, so I'm going to tighten up my waist by 1 inch. I'm going to go in here by 1 inch, and I'll just reconnect my line. This is not compulsory, all right? If you don't want it tight around the waist, too tight around the waist, please ignore this. But this is a corset, so I really want it very snatched at the waist region, at the waist area. So I'm just going to connect my line this way, and this is what we have. So we don't need this second line again. The first line, the outer line, we don't need it anymore. So the next thing is to mark our bust dart. This is the difference we have from your shoulder to your waist at the back and front, and mine is 1.5 inches. I came down from the bust line by that 1.5 inches, and I'll just connect this way. So by the time you close down the bust dart, you're going to have both the back pattern and the front equal. So this is basically it. So if you want a sweetheart on this blouse, you can just come down here either by ½ inch or 1 inch, depends on how deep you want your sweetheart to be. But I'm just going to leave my own straight. But if you want yours, just come down and connect this way, and then you have your sweetheart neckline. And this is basically it for the front pattern. I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Make sure to close down your bust dart before cutting so that you can adjust your line properly if they are not aligning. So this is what we have for the front. To keep this aside so that we can work on the back pattern. You can see how easy it is to draft this. For the back pattern, I've already gone ahead to rule out the necessary lines we need: the bust line, the waistline, the blouse length, and the zipper allowance of 1 inch. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. I'm going to mark it right here. Make sure all your measurements are taken after your zipper allowance. I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches, and I'll go ahead and connect this way. For the neck depth, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, and I'll connect. Like I said, we don't actually need this for this tutorial, but for the sake of the beginners in the house, so that they will understand how to draft a basic bodice. All right, then I'll come down to mark my chest line using the same formula we use for the front. Just divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement. That gives you your chest line. Okay, and I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here on the chest line. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. We are practically repeating what we did on the front pattern. So here I'm going to mark the midpoint of this line by dividing it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll go in by ½ inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. I'll mark it right here, and I'll go ahead and connect all these points to form my armhole. So the next thing is to mark our dart. To mark your dart, you're going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement just the way we did on the front pattern by 2, and I'm going to mark it on all the lines. My nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, I'll mark it all the way to the end, and I'll connect the point together with a straight line. I'm going to come to the waistline, mark half an inch on both sides of this line, and I'll go ahead and connect my dart. The next thing, I'm going to come up here by 1 inch, just the way we did on the front pattern. Come up here by 1 inch, and I will rule the line across. I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 here also, and I'll extend that line to meet that point. So we are going to tighten up here so that it doesn't gape. I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides. This is very necessary. Make sure you tighten up this place so that it doesn't gape, and I'll just connect it back into the line. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust. I'll come to the waistline, mark my waist measurement here. The 1 inch for that, I will replace it. I'll come to the full length. I will mark my hip measurement here, and I'll go ahead and shape my pattern paper. I'm also going to snatch my waist by 1 inch here. Like I said, this is not compulsory, this is not mandatory, okay? If you don't want, you just leave it like that, and I'll just connect my lines this way, so we don't need this line anymore. I'm going to come up here by 1.5 inches also and connect it back into the line. So for this blouse, I won't be needing my zipper allowance because I'm going to use eyelets. So I won't be needing this zipper allowance. I'm going to remove it and minus some few inches from my measurement. So it depends on how open you want your back to be. So I'm going to mark 1.5 inches here, and I'll mark 1 inch here. So if you are using a zipper for your blouse, make sure to include your zipper allowance. You leave your zipper allowance. But if you want to use eyelet, if you want to use loop, you have to take out the zipper allowance and then minus some few inches from your measurement. It depends on how open you want your back to be. So this is basically it. The place I cancelled is the area we don't need. So I want to give it a curve around this area. So I came down by 1 inch from here, and I'm just going to connect this way just to give it a little curve at the back. And this is basically it for the back pattern. I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So this is what we have for the back pattern. This is the center back, and this is the side back. I'm going to be cutting times 2 of each piece. So this is what we have, and this is the front part. This is the center front, and this is the side back, side front. And this is basically it for this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, do well to like, share, subscribe. If you have any question, anything you don't understand at all, do well to leave it in the comment section, and I'll do it to attend to all your questions. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.